Now we are on to writing section of test 2. So there are two tasks. First is this one. You should spend about 20 minutes. There are three pie charts below showing the changes in annual spending by a particular UK school in 1981, 1991 and 2001. You need to summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison wherever relevant. So this is the first one, total school spending 1981, and this would be a good idea if you please follow the partitions of this pie chart, and then depending upon that you can marginally or specifically devise the difference, like this one, teacher salary. It was 40% in 1981, 50% in 1991, 81, 91, and then it was 45% spending. So more or less, the teacher salaries remained steady, more or less you can say. While if you observe resources, the spending was 15% here, 25%, so it increased from 81 to 91. Then it drastically decreased to 9%. So it was a decrement in the spending of resource book. While for other workers' salaries, this again, it has decreased gradually from 28 to 22% and then to 15%. We can also say that it reduced to 6% and then it reduced again to just minus these two. So that will be our 7%, 6% and then 7%. And insurance has increased from 2 to 3% and 8%. And furniture and equipment 15 to 5%. So it went down all the way to 5% and it again increased to 23% in 2001. So this is how you're going to view these chart and observe and analyze and then finally answer them. So this is the answer be prepared by an examiner. This is considered to be a very good answer, but this is just one of the approaches. So let me read it for you. The chart shows how much a UK school spent on different running costs in three separate years, 1981, 1991 and 2001, a difference of 10 years each. In all 3 years, the greatest expenditure was on staff salaries, but while other worker salaries saw a fall from 28% in 1981 to only 15% in spending in 2001, teachers' pay remained the biggest cost, reaching 50% of total spending in 1991 and ending at 45%. So this is the highest cost which the school is spending on. The expenditure on resources such as books has increased 20% by 1991 before decreasing to only 9% by the end of the period. In contrast, the cost of the furniture and equipment saw an opposite trend. This cost decreased to only 5% of total expenditure in 1991 but rose dramatically in 2001 when it represented 23% of the school budget. Similarly, the cost of the insurance saw a rising trend going from only 2 to 8% by 2001. Then overall teacher salaries constituted the largest cost of the school, and while spending increased dramatically for equipment and insurance, there were corresponding drops in expenditure on things such as books and on other workers' salaries. Now this is writing task 2. You have 60 minutes to answer 1 and 2 tasks, so this totally depends on you which you choose. And this task has double weightage than the previous one. And the topic is, nowadays the way many people interact with each other has changed because of technology. In what ways the technology affected the type of relationship people make? Has this become positive or negative development? Now in this, you can first introduce the topic and then give your view in terms of your opinion. And this, you can extend the suggestion or your ideas that the interaction between people have changed because of technology, because of advent of our revolution, which we call as technology revolution. Previously, there were occasion, events, and social gatherings where people generally meet. They talk and know about each other well-being. And now technology has devised a way. Now they can talk on phone, they can use technologies and applications like WhatsApp, Line, Facebook, and Twitter, etc. So the pros are that information can reach fast, and now you don't need to meet someone, and resources are saved. You don't go in person and talk, and even in social gathering also, you don't have to go to everyone. You can just pass on a message and call them on phone. While the cons are that people have stopped talking to each other. meeting each other, and because human are social element, social animal actually. So there is always a requirement for them to meet so that they become a good member of, especially the children and the kids. They should learn how to grow in the society, but because they are not meeting so often, they are lacking the social bonding. And one more thing is on technology, when you talk, you are not in person, so either relationships are made or they are broken on technology itself, on phone or on internet. So these are the cons of development. But now this is a content, or this is written material, and this has achieved a band of 5.5 score. So this is not considered to be a very good score. First, let us read what is being written, and then we'll see what the examiner has to uh, analyze and observe. Nowadays, the way people interact with each other has changed because of technology. Yes, the technology has changed people's interaction in a very enhanced manner. Earlier, people used to wait and try to find easy way to contact their families and relatives living far. In past, there was no quick technology to contact or to establish any communication between one person to another. The drawback with past communication system was that it was very slow and a time-taking process, such as telegrams, letters, etc. People used to afraid to write their personal feedbacks or things to their loved ones due to insecure medium of communication. When it comes to professional level, the privacy and accuracy should be maintained, but to that time there were no secret communications. Now the things have changed now. People from far distance contact their loved ones in an easy and quick ways, which improve the interaction level between two persons. Quality, the level of interaction between people to people have improved because the people are equipped with high-tech technologies, which enhances the communication. There are many medium which are available now, such as internet, calling cards, etc. The technology has provided the mobility faster, which help people to talk, to interact at any time, anywhere in the world. People can contact their friend and relatives anytime they want. It has become so easier and friendly to be in touch with your friends, relatives, even with your unknown people. So now let us see what examiners has to comment on. The topic introduction has been copied from the task and deducted from the word count. This leaves the answer under length at 236 words, so the candidate loses marks for this. This answer addresses both questions, but the first is not well covered in terms of how actual relationships have changed. Nevertheless, there is a clear opinion that effects have been positive and relationships have improved, with some relevant ideas to support this. There is a general progression in the argument with some effective use of time markers and linkers. There is also some repetition, however. Paragraphing is not very logical and ideas are not always well linked. A range of vocabulary that is relevant to the topic is used, including some precise and natural expressions. There are quite a lot of mistakes in word form, word choices, or spellings, but these do not usually reduce understanding. A variety of sentences type is used, but not always accurately. Errors in grammars and punctuations are distracting at times, but only really causes problems for the reader. So this was writing test 2 IELTS 8 for you. Thank you so much.